Welcome to Cheap Shot Cinema. This is the third episode, according to Mike's fingers.
So, yeah. I think
so, yeah, today we've changed it up a little bit. Ben Manane is no longer with us.
Wow.
I need to stop saying people are gone in that fashion.
He's no longer with us?
Yeah.
I miss Ben.
He's physically still on this earth.
Ben is,
and he's still as hot as he's ever been.
As far as we all know.
Yes.
Yep.
I did see him recently, and he's still fairly attractive.
He did like one of my Facebook comments earlier today, so I'm pretty sure.
Chances are he's still alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Ben, we miss you if you're listening to this. Otherwise, the voices that you're hearing, as usual, I'm Zach.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Elijah.
Elijah's with us today because we can't not have a third person, apparently.
Yes.
Me and Mike just bicker when it's just us
works
two.
better if there's three.
Yeah. And you get more people's opinions involved in things.
And my opinions matter.
They actually don't.
Yeah.
What do they say on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where the points don't count and the opinions don't matter or something. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Wow, I haven't seen that in forever.
They rebooted it. Yeah, they rebooted it recently.
They should. Yeah.
That show was really hit and miss, but when it was on,
it was
Colin
hilarious the
Mockery
entire time.
was amazing.
I thought it was always funny.
Seriously,
Yeah.
YouTube it if you haven't watched it in a while.
I thought Drew Carey left to do The Price is Right, so.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Anyways, why this just turned depressing? I'm
Seriously,
depressed
Elijah.
now.
Why you gotta bring the mood
Maybe
down?
Bob Barker should go and do Whose Line Is It
Is
Anyway?
he still with us?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
You know, he actually flew against the Japanese as a fighter pilot in World War II. It was pretty
You're
cool.
just making stuff up at this point.
That's true. True story.
Banana?
Or grape.
Some kind of fruit. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to go to the news.
Good news, everyone.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. I got a couple news topics. I'll roll through them.
Lots of
You
news.
guys can tell me what you think about the different things, all right?
No.
All right. So first thing up here, we have, it was just announced that James Cameron is planning on making five
Oh my gosh, I ranted
total,
about this.
5 total Avatar movies. So we've had one so far, and that was in 2009.
Yes.
And the next one is scheduled to be in 2018. But then, I mean, we have one basically one every 1 or 2 years. So 2018 is number
Why?
2. Number 3 is in 2020.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
4 is 22, and number 5 is 23.
Nope, they do not make all of them.
Yeah.
I'm calling that shot right now.
So are they going to do like part 2, like where they take Pocahontas back to England, except it's going to be like taking Pocahontas
You know
back
what?
to Earth or some crap like that?
The
Like,
official,
I don't know, like,
the official
Dances
statement-
with blue people.
Dances with Blue People.
It's actually not a bad subtitle. So the official story said that they were going to be standalone stories. So I
No.
don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Nope.
But it's just,
Just no.
yeah. So no for you, Elijah. What are your thoughts?
I think it's crap.
Okay.
I think James Cameron
Okay,
can do
so
other things like
if you
build subs.
guys follow the
Not the
Facebook
sandwich
page
kind.
at all, which based on likes and dislikes, you don't.
You probably don't. Are
Anyways.
you even out there? I don't know.
I don't know. We
What's
just
Facebook?
like talking
Doesn't
about
matter.
stuff.
I don't really care.
Somebody's gonna listen to this somewhere. And if you go on our Facebook page, I actually posted that today about James Cameron's planning on doing 5 total avatars, and I basically went on a short rant in the comments of it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Avatar was huge in the movie theater because it was such an accomplishment in regards to visuals. But that's not impressive anymore. Jungle Book's coming out. That's going to be more impressive than Avatar was
looks
in regards
amazing.
to visuals. That is a live-action movie that is 100% CGI other than The Boy.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
It's all green screen. Yeah.
But my problem was, even after that movie came out, though, in theaters, yeah, it was in theaters for like 6 months, but after that, I think everyone realized, like, that's a pretty average movie.
I do remember, though, because it came out in like November, December of that movie? I went on a random Thursday. I remember this vividly. In I think it was January, so like at least a month or two after
Your
it
life
came
is
out.
so exciting.
And half of my friend group that went to go see this movie was not able to get seats. It was a random Thursday night showing, and
Wow.
it was sold out.
Yeah.
I've I've never seen that. A full month and a half at least after the movie came out. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, usually at that point you're the only person there.
Yeah. Seriously. We had to, the rest of us had to sit crammed in the front row with those stupid 3D glasses. It was awful.
Oh.
It was the worst.
It was the worst.
Well, I remember
they make my eyes hurt, those 3D glasses. So
I remember when the trailer actually came out. I remember watching it for the first time because back in the
yeah.
day, I used to get my trailers from iTunes. That's how it always I go to iTunes and go to their trailers.
Wow.
Because that's where they updated the fastest. YouTube at that point in time wasn't on top of their game as much. At least
true.
I don't think it was. But I remember watching it and going, "This looks stupid." and then everybody's like, "This is gonna be amazing," and I still was like, "This looks stupid." And then I saw it in theaters, and I was like, "It's okay."
Oh, I loved it in theaters. I still
I didn't
the
see it
thing.
in 3D. I think that was a mistake.
Great, man.
I would
That
like
was-
to know how many people actually watch the movie at home on DVD.
Oh,
like,
I do.
It probably.
I
really?
do. I'm an unabashed fan of this movie. It's a great movie. I really like it. I don't care if it's
I think it
really similar to Ferngully or Pocahontas or whatever it is.
It is literally Pocahontas.
It's a legit solid movie. And it was, like you said, Zach, it was ridiculously amazing for its time visually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did see it in 3D
It
when
wa- like
I went
as,
to the theaters.
but that's
it was
the
great.
only thing that it excelled in. Story was literally taken from any Native American story you can find, essentially.
Once again,
And
the
then
white man
the
steals
acting,
from Native Americans.
The casting, I mean, Sam Worthington's
Blue
your
Man.
main
Yes.
guy. He is not a good actor. Zoe Saldana is fairly average, in my opinion. What's her face?
Oh,
is-
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney
You just
Weaver's
throw her out the...
solid. The guy who's going to play...
Yeah, what's his face? He's
The-
probably going to play Cable.
Yeah, the guy who's
be
going to play
honest.
Cable was
He
in
would be
it.
a perfect Cable. He's a little short, though.
So I don't know. I just James Cameron is so full of himself. I'm kind of getting sick of him, to be honest. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I do not think, because you can't have that visual impact again, because we're seeing it
Yep.
every single, at least a few times a year nowadays. It's like you're not going to have that impact anymore, and I don't think the stories are interesting enough. I think they get through 2 more sequels, and then I think they have strong reservations about doing another 2.
Right. Well, and also the problem is that, like I said before, it's going to be a full 9 years since the first one came out. Nobody's clamoring for this at all.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not like Star Wars, where the mention of them making another Star Wars movie gets all these nerds just super sweaty and excited. This is Avatar.
sweaty.
Like there's no.
Hey, I saw a couple sweaty.
But I mean, there's no like fan
sweaty.
base that grew up with this in the
Yeah,
70s
exactly.
or whatever. Like even compared
Well-
to any other franchise, this was one
Well-
standalone movie that came out, and it was great for some people, and it was average for other people. But there's no fan base that's just sitting there waiting for another Avatar.
Nobody's going to be in line dressed up as one of those blue
This is-
aliens.
this is- yeah.
waiting for the movie to. Well,
There are
never
probably a
mind.
few people.
Couple.
Yeah, there'll be a couple
schizophrenics or
nerds.
something.
I mean, and that being said, there could have been kids, born in the late 90s or something that, or early 2000s that this was like their childhood awesome movie fest, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of them. And I think we're running into the problem that we've talked about with like Zombieland before. It's like, yeah, it would have been cool a couple years after, but
There's no reason to remake.
Yeah,
make another one
you
again.
you don't need to touch on that anymore. It was a pretty clear cut, movie beginning end.
Yeah.
Why does every movie have to have a sequel?
Well,
every
and-
movie
and
We're
has
gonna
to
get into that later, Elijah.
Like,
Thank you for bringing that up.
That's what
freaking
studios
ridiculous.
are doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're
We
gonna
are gonna
talk about.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
That
Well,
sounds
I'm
like
just
a good
gonna
topic.
touch on that. Actually, we're gonna talk about television for a topic, and that's gonna be a big part of it. Of what I want to bring up is why TV is being so much more successful and original than movies are.
Which is funny because 10 years ago it wasn't like that.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So we'll get into that a little bit. But Mike, what else do you got?
All right. Second thing, the official name for the Men in Black 21 Jump Street mashup is here, and it's called MIB 23.
Terrible.
So that's still a thing.
No, again.
I am going to go now and hurl.
Elijah, you've
And I
heard
just
about
licked the
this before,
microphone.
right?
This is the first time I've heard about
Okay,
it. Because
so-
I evidently am a
Have you ever
a
seen
Quaker who doesn't
21
listen.
Jump Street or 22 Jump Street?
I'm a Quaker.
Like they're-
Yes,
Okay.
I've seen both of those.
Okay, yeah.
And the original
Have you
TV
seen the
series.
Men in Black movies?
Yes.
Okay, so
didn't see
apparently
3.
they're going to have a Men in Black and 21 Jump Street mashup. So I'm assuming it's going to be Channing
Awful.
Tatum and Jonah Hill becoming Men in Black. So
you know what? That actually makes more sense than
I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
Thought it was going to be.
But that's what they're gonna do.
That's slightly better than my worst case scenario still kind of makes me cringe.
Is it going to turn into just a straight up Men in Black series and not be so much focused on like the 21 Jump Street? Well, I know we don't have this information, but I just want...
mean, well, where can they go next? Because originally, the first one, they were in high school, then they were in college. Like, there's not really much more, like, the workplace,
Well,
20,
like Men in Black...
old folks home in 60 years.
Are we just going to have an R-rated Men in Black with those two then?
That'd be awesome, though. We should have an Office Space Men in Black mashup. That would be way better than this. You have no idea. Looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. It's an alien printer, so they go out and beat it in the field. What?
Yes, thank you for
some awesome
those ideas right now.
Just the thought of it, though, like they're still going through with this, and this is just the most off the wall mashup I think I've heard.
Literally have run out of
ever.
ideas.
Yeah. I would have never thought that they would have put those two franchises together.
I think they just have like a giant circle with like an arrow, and they have like all the movie titles, and they just spin this circle. It's kind of like spin the bottle in some movie executive's office, and they're like, let's do this one with whatever next happens. And
Spin
like,
the wheel of mashups.
Legally Blonde with Rambo.
Who gets a sequel? Legally Blonde with Rambo?
Rambo Lee
I've
Blonde.
never seen Legally Blonde, but I'd probably watch that. I've actually never seen Rambo either.
It's like Reese Witherspoon with a M60 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like Rocky and Mean Girls. Yeah. Just let it happen. Anyways, so that's still a thing. So that was the entire Edge of Tomorrow, which Zach and I were avid fans of.
Love that movie. Best movie of 2014.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie that year. I think that was the same year X-Men First Class came out, right?
Yeah, because we saw those back to back that one time, didn't we?
I think that was slightly better than X-Men First Class.
We did. We saw it back to back at the theater that one
Edge
day.
of Tomorrow was
That's
with
right.
You'll have to refresh my memory with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise,
that was amazing.
and
It was
Blunt.
it was basically like Groundhog Day except World War III against aliens.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
Yeah, so they're making a sequel.
Really?
So yep.
Are they actually? I heard
yes,
they're
they are
whispering.
They are making a sequel. It has been confirmed, and they're in talks to have Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt both return, and they're also having the original director Doug Liman come back as well.
That could be a huge deal.
For those of you who aren't as familiar with Doug Liman's work, he's directed such things as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Bourne Identity.
Okay.
But the funny thing is that he's also the director that's been most recently tied to the Gambit movie that got kind of pushed back indefinitely.
I don't think we're seeing
I don't
that.
think we're going to see that. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have him direct an Edge of Tomorrow 2 than the Gambit movie.
Give me more Deadpool.
Exactly. Have Channing Tatum do something else. So, as far as my take is concerned on this one, I obviously love the first film, and I'm really excited to see that the sequel is happening. Kind of like Pacific Rim 2. Like, I'd love for that to also be the thing that happens, but I'm really interested to see where they go with the plot from here.
Yeah.
Because you've seen this movie, right, Elijah? Yeah,
definitely.
It seems like it's a very insular
It ended
plot.
really well, though. That's the problem.
Like, I don't feel like you can move forward with that same, because it
Yeah.
felt like they were on the path to victory against the aliens. Like, I didn't think there was a way they were going to lose. So
and how do you have one of them? The best part of the movie was that it kept replaying.
Yeah.
How do you have one of them? Or are they not the main characters anymore, and they're both like mentoring someone else now?
Yeah, that's the thing is that he lost the ability to recall or whatever that you want to call that. Live the day again.
Because if you're just fighting them again,
It's just an alien
on
movie.
somehow, or maybe here's the deal: we create a technology that does the same thing. Humans do, where we can restart.
I guess that would be a way to go. Yeah.
That's
I just feel like
off the top of my head, that's the thing that makes most sense to me.
I mean, if either Emily Blunt or Tom Cruise's characters got the blood back on them again,
that
it
would
would
feel-
just feel dumb. It's like a cash grab. But if they could come up with some kind of cool plot device to move the story forward, that'd be cool. I would be
Prequel where we see
No,
Emily
don't.
Blunt's
Stop right there.
character
Stop.
at the Battle of Verdun.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Why
Just
would Tom Cruise be involved? Then?
don't call it Edge of Tomorrow 2. And don't have Tom Cruise available.
Be like the start of tomorrow.
That would be kind of cool. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I like Emily Blunt.
I feel like if that was the case, then you should have started with that. But at the same time, think about if they would have started with Emily Blunt and then been like, oh, number 2 is Tom Cruise gets it. We'd have been like, oh, we've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
So
Been
either way,
been there.
Either way,
I hate Tom Cruise.
they definitely need to get some kind of other plot device in there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like that was the defining factor. That entire movie was the Groundhog Day-esque, it just
Time travel.
that's what it was.
That's the thing. That's my biggest issue with that is I don't know how you successfully implement that again, and do it well. So
It's true. Yeah.
I'm interested, but we'll see.
Yeah, Elijah, what are your thoughts?
I'm interested, but like you guys have said, I kind of agree on all the points you guys said. Where like if it's really like, oh, I got the blood on me again.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to shoot myself because I messed up today. Like it's
What if
like,
it doesn't work this time? You're dead.
And I kind of have misgivings too because Hollywood just kind of, it seems like they make a really good movie and that's a really good standalone movie. Like it ends well. It's like
That
feels
was
good
probably
and it was
the one I would
solid.
say. Yeah.
And like so like for me making a second one just seems like they're not going to
that's
achieve
cash grab.
as awesome as it is the second movie. And really like they ended it so well. Like, how are they really going to do it? Like, there's got to be some sort of major
It's the
twist or
exact
something.
same
like,
question I have about Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, even if they write a good story, if they don't do the whole blood thing, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So,
To me,
it's just
it just
aliens.
came to me. The logical thing is we somehow harness that power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
then we try to use it against them because if you're not focusing on one individual or maybe you don't focus on one individual. Maybe it's Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt training the government, essentially saying, "Okay, we have to go through this again." That's that type of situation.
Or what if, like, a Tom Cruise character and also an alien character both have the exact same power, and they're like both getting better at the same time, fighting each other?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
And then
It just
all out
escalates.
alien human war.
Or what if the aliens, since they're the ones with the power anyway, just reset the day and everything from the first movie means nothing, which really sucks, actually, as a plot, now that I think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Why you gotta bring it down like
it was
that?
all
I
a
know, right?
ploy.
That was a horrible idea.
don't
Not
know.
make that the plot.
I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking about the professor when Bender bends him all the way back. No, I'm sad.
All right, moving on. Next thing, Spider-Man, the standalone
Homecoming.
movie that is going to come out via Sony and with a little help by Marvel. Yes, exactly. Has its new name. It's called Spider-Man Homecoming.
Boo.
So
Not booing the movie. That's a terrible name.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense because Spider-Man's going to be in high school more so than any of the other Spider-Men from previous iterations. So it makes sense if you have a high school theme. Also, it's rumored that Vulture is going to be the bad guy.
Bryan Cranston.
No,
That'd be awesome.
Michael Keaton is actually in talks to play the Vulture.
Oh,
He's
he was
Batman.
He was Birdman too, as well,
exactly.
I didn't know that.
So
No, I did know that. That's
in the
just-
movie
yeah.
Birdman.
Elijah, your thoughts?
Let's just stop rebooting Spider-Man.
But he's an iconic character.
I think Spider-Man's awesome, but it's like every 5 years they're rebooting it. It seems like.
Well,
you
he's
know?
going to be in the Civil War movie.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is the last time they reboot him for the next decade at least.
I hope.
No.
You don't think so? It's going to be.
And I'll give you
Edge of
Batman
Tomorrow.
as a reason. There.
Just have an Edge of
This is
Tomorrow
true.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Um,
Edge of Tomorrow Spider-Man. Yeah.
I'm okay with it. My biggest problem is actually something that I didn't think of until I read about it. Is like Spider-Man. Every single Spider-Man that we've seen has been a high school, college-age Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been around for 60 years, and only like the first 12 years of them doing the comic books was he in high school. We're like stuck in this form that
He was
he's
in high school for 12 years.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Smart Spider-Man right there.
Well,
or creepy.
He did go on to form his own tech company, didn't he?
I don't know.
So yeah,
It's
he
true.
is actually very brilliant.
But I mean, they had a very clear
Don't judge.
out in Civil War because
not
in
the
the
journey, it's
comic
the
books of
destination.
Civil War, he actually is married to Mary Jane and has kids, I believe.
Yeah.
At that point in
so
time.
they're definitely at least changing his role in Civil War.
And there's a couple different I think streams like in this comic books he goes to, because don't they get like a clone of Spider-Man or someone else becomes Spider-Man and he moves off to like
there's
the
the
middle
Miles
of Midwest or
Morales,
something at one point, and like all
there's a
sorts of
couple
weird,
different Spider-Man.
yeah.
There's a
That's
Spider-Verse.
all comic books. They're just jacked up.
Yeah, there's like a Spider-Man 2099,
Yeah.
a couple other ones, yeah.
and then movies kind of take what they
Well,
want
there's-
and then don't even
and
worry
the
about
ultimate-
the
Miles
and
Morales would have
superior.
been cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just so I think obviously the Civil War movie is not really following the Civil War book very closely, if really at all. But that just seemed like a good place to let's bring in a 20-something-year-old Spider-Man.
Yep.
Who's
Tom
been
Holland,
doing
yep.
stuff for a while. You know, you probably don't cast Tom Holland if you're looking at a 20-something
No.
Spider-Man, because he does look like a tween. But I'm interested with Marvel having their hands in it. I find that way more intriguing. I read today and I have a hard time believing anything I read anymore, but somebody was talking about it was Movie Pilot actually said that a Deadpool Spider-Man crossover is a possibility. And I'm not
that's
sure
not
how
gonna happen.
that works, because that's with
No.
Deadpool's
That would
technically
make
with
me
Fox.
oh so happy.
Don't trust Movie Pilot.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't
it
know.
won't happen, but yeah,
No.
it would be cool though.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm excited about is that they're doing the Vulture. Like if that rumor is
Do
true,
Venom again.
well,
They might
yeah,
do a Venom
but
movie, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
just glad that they're not doing stupid Green Goblin again. I mean, they've done that twice in a row now
Yeah.
with varying success.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. Who's
I'm just-
a big Spidey villain?
Well, I'm just glad Vulture. I mean, there's
Yeah.
I was gonna say Doc Ock, but they did him too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did Doc Ock.
well the Rhino they did for like
Venom.
2 seconds. No, Venom and Carnage would be great.
Yeah.
That or what's his face? The Hunter guy.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what
don't remember
you're
the name
talking
off the
about,
top of
too.
my head.
What's his name? Yeah.
Isn't he called something the Hunter?
Yeah.
You
Craven.
know,
Craven the Hunter. Yeah. He would
Also,
be amazing.
Kingpin would be good, but
Well,
they
he's
really
Daredevil,
can't do that.
Well, and that's
Kingpin was a
technically
big Spider-Man
Technically
villain,
the
though,
same
too.
universe.
Yeah.
That'd be really tough to cross over between
I
the
just
movie and
I just
TV.
don't think they're doing that, and I think it's
No.
a shame that they talk like it's that complicated. It's not that complicated. Don't give me that crap.
I don't know, because they're headed by different people. Like
I don't
Ike
care. It's the
Perlmutter-
same. If Spider-Man can come from Sony to Marvel to be in a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
they can get it done within their own under
that-
the same umbrella.
But that's what you're
Yeah.
saying is that you're not only crossing the movie and the TV there, but you're also crossing from TV to movie and then from movie Marvel to movie Sony. Like that's 3 different steps right there, basically.
No, I'm not even saying that so much with Kingpin, but don't
actually
give
2
me
steps.
that. Don't give me that. We can't put Daredevil in the Marvel
fair.
universe. We can't put Daredevil in Civil War. Don't.
Well,
No.
No, we don't know what the contracts are like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you also got Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio. That's what I was trying to think of.
Scorpion 8, evidently.
I
Yeah,
don't know who that
Scorpion.
is.
I
I remember
Shouldn't
Mysterio.
wasn't there like a Shocker guy
Shocker.
too?
Yep.
They had Shocker in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, though. Or
I just-
Electro.
No, that was
I just went to
Electro.
I just
Shocker
went
is
to, I just went to
different.
Wikipedia basically to find
Shocker
some,
was
some
different,
villain
yeah.
names. So,
Because
but
Shocker
yeah.
was one of the
Well,
red,
they're
the
gonna
orange
they're
suit,
gonna
wasn't he?
do the Sinister Six, which I think.
No, they're not.
Are you sure?
I think they canned that idea once Amazing
Can-
Spider-Man
can
2 was
you?
terrible.
Jackal and Black Cat.
Oh, Black Cat would be fine. That'd be interesting for
That was like a love interest. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they'll go that route.
No, I
I'm
think
not
they're
reading,
bringing.
I'm just skimming.
I don't
names
even
now on
think they'll
Wikipedia, so-
touch. What's her name? Emma played her in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Are you talking about Mary Jane or
No, I think they'll
what's-her-face?
go to Mary Jane. I don't think they'll have. Who did
Oh,
Emma
come
Stone
on.
play?
What's her name?
We suck at
Elijah,
this.
you have the Wikipedia page open right now.
I just closed it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back up.
Go to the Amazing Spider-Man.
Love
It was
interest.
a love interest because it was like the blonde girl.
It's not Mary Jane. It's Gwen Stacy.
Gwen
Stacy. That's it.
Yeah, I think they completely gloss over Gwen Stacy and go back to Mary Jane as Peter's primary love interest.
That's fine.
So
Why do they even need a love interest, though? That's the problem with them rebooting in the manner that they have. Like, there were hard reboots. Not just like, hey, Christopher Nolan made a great Batman trilogy, and now we're going to have Batman in another way, but still treat the other trilogy as something that happened. It's like they're hard rebooting and just, like, pivoting. and having the same Goblin played by different people and all this other stuff. Like it's not even it's a hard reboot. It's not even like a soft reboot.
Yeah. How many times must Uncle Ben die?
Right. So I'd rather
several more apparently.
Well, I'd rather they not have Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy or Uncle Ben or like all these other people. Apparently,
you just want Spider-Man to be a tertiary character in the MCU, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
Just kind of.
I would love that.
He's there, so he's like.
Yeah, like you can reboot Spider-Man in another 10 years.
He's like Falcon, where you don't really have a lot
yeah.
of backstory on him, and he's just another guy.
I would rather that be the
everyone
case.
kind of knows already his backstory anyway.
But
so
the problem is that's a huge property that Sony has access to, and there's got to be something in their contract that says if you don't make a Spider-Man movie within X amount of years, you're going to forfeit the rights back to Marvel.
I believe that's the case, actually.
Yeah, because that's what Fantastic Four is.
Fantastic Four.
They have to make another Fan4stick movie, or else the rights are going to revert back to Marvel.
Well, good. Leave it there.
Speaking of which, I can't see how they wouldn't just let that go.
I can see why they wouldn't let it go.
They're going to shoot themselves in the foot like 15 times if they try to make another one. That's just ridiculous. Anyways.
15 times, huh?
Moving on.
Not 16, but 15.
Kingsman.
Yes.
Is getting a sequel. Elijah, have you seen Kingsman?
No.
Oh, man.
Man, like I said, I'm
you
a Quaker.
need to watch Kingsman. So Kingsman,
Maybe
the
I'm
Golden
Amish.
Circle has been announced, and the concept art for this movie hints at kind of collaboration between the Kingsmen and their U.S. counterparts, the Statesmen, which they have a really cool whiskey distillery headquarters in the concept art, and it also marketing
I like
has
that name.
marketing has hinted at the fact that Colin Firth's character Harry might not actually be dead.
Yes.
So that's going to be interesting.
What's the poster actually say? Do you have it up?
It says something like
Rumors
news of my death have been over exaggerated or something like that.
Widely exaggerated.
Something really like secretive but cool like that. It's really smooth way. That's how the Kingsman would do it. But anyways, Halle Berry is there to co-star on the Statesman side.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore is going to play the villain Poppy. And recently, it has also been rumored that Channing Tatum is going to star in the movie as well. I could see him being a statesman.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Him being like the main guy for the US
I would rather
government.
see him do that than the Gambit movie. So, but anyways, as I loved the first movie, I'm super excited. I feel like this universe has tons more to explore, especially if you're going across the pond and checking out a U.S. counterpart, the Statesman. I think that would be amazing to kind of see what spying universes can, collaborate with, and with a new supervillain trying to do something dastardly. So I love the potential that this franchise has. This is actually one of those franchises I want to see expanded into a couple different sequels. I'm really excited to see what Taron Egerton does as well.
Yeah.
So
I think it can be.
Yeah.
Elijah, just to give you an overview. So this movie is like the old school Bond movies, except more exaggerated in regards to the action and fighting and villains.
Elijah,
and stuff like that.
Legit, if you want me to go get it on Redbox, we can watch it tonight. It's a great movie.
We don't need to. I have it on Vudu.
Oh, nice.
Vudu.
Stick a pin in that.
By the way, it's the poster says reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
That's pretty cool. We saw him get shot in the face though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got
Spoilers.
his glasses. His glasses were bulletproof, and he got shot right in the glasses.
And
that's
one
what I'm
of the
going
glasses is out. So
yeah, well, it still hurt. It probably knocked him out. So that's why they thought he was dead.
He probably has an eye patch, like all good villains.
Arr.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think. That movie grew on me. It wasn't my favorite, first of all, especially with the exploding heads and stuff. And the church scene was very odd to me the first time. Like
I still don't know how to feel about that.
Disturbingly odd to me.
I'm gonna have to watch this
cool,
movie.
but disturbingly cool.
Yeah. It was weird, but it definitely grew on me. Samuel L. Jackson's villain was very entertaining.
Oh, that was awesome.
And yes, it was a very good movie. Like I said, just. They take a lot of the old school spy tropes and they over exaggerate them.
Well,
but
it was really cool. It was
not in a bad way.
And it was like action and like suave.
Oh yes, very suave.
Suave action. I don't know how else to say it, but it's like James Bond, but like smoother and slicker in like a more action oriented way than a Bond movie would be. It's really cool.
He's got an umbrella that like shoots stuff.
It's like a shield and also like a stun gun. It's awesome.
Nice.
It's super cool. But anyways, yeah. So really excited about that, Elijah. You should see that first movie so you can be excited as we are for the next one.
Totally.
So
Totes.
quick couple shots here, and then we can kind of get into the trailers that have come out recently and just kind of give our initial thoughts on those. Quick shots. Ben Affleck is officially finally confirmed to be starring and directing in the new solo Batman movie. So I know that was kind of widely rumored before, and now it's actually officially confirmed. That's really cool. Let's see here. Transformers 5 added Nickelodeon star Isabella Moner, I think, to the cast, and no one cares. So that's cool, too.
Totally.
Yep, agreed. Thank you.
First pictures from Ghost in the Shell just came out.
Mildly interested in that.
See, I don't know a thing about Ghost in the Shell. I wish Ben Manane was here. He could probably tell us a little bit.
I've watched it.
I've watched it.
Okay, you have?
Yeah.
How is it? Is it cool?
It's
all right.
one of
Seems like you gotta follow
you
it.
have to
Oh, there's
you
huge
have to
following.
be an anime fan. So,
See, I'm not.
Back when
So-
I was an anime fan,
and so it's one of the premier anime movies, and it's one of those that a lot of people say really put anime on the
I was gonna
map.
say I've
Yeah.
seen Attack on
For-
Titan.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
I think more
yeah.
the Americas.
I felt a lot of other stuff was better than Ghost in the Shell, but
Okay.
I thought Ghost in the Shell was okay.
So I'm trying to remember. Ghost in the Shell is the main. Is she a cyborg or does she just work?
I believe she's a cyborg.
So
Yeah.
it's futuristic. It's like
So apparently we
because I
don't know much
can't
about
remember
this.
I'm
if
getting
it's
it. I'm getting mixed. I'm getting it all mixed up with a bunch of other animes I've watched
Yeah.
back in the day. So
Yeah, I know it's about.
There's probably
the
giant
original
robots
movie
somewhere
was
in
like
it.
it was like a high class cyber hacker and like everybody's hybrid human cyborg type situation.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I can't remember what exactly the hacker does, but
Mm-hmm.
you follow Scarlett Johansson's character, who is a cop, and a few of her cop comrades to try and take down this like big time hacker. And
Yeah.
so it's
sounds pretty
very
cool.
very futuristic and very yeah.
Nice.
I remember it being solid.
A little bit of Matrix
yeah.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean very anime. I mean
Yeah.
that's the best way I
Very
can
anime.
describe it.
All right.
So I'm interested.
yeah, it can be actually. I think it can be really cool.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go into trailers then. We've got just 5 real quick trailers that have dropped fairly recently. You can just get some quick thoughts on that. So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is kind of a prequel-ish to the Harry Potter series. I think it's like 70 years in the past in America. So again, another British origin story that moves to America later on. With Mr. Scamander, who's played by Eddie Redmayne, coming to America. He's got this briefcase full of monsters and
to
stuff happens.
America.
So you guys, both of you saw this trailer. Initial thoughts on it. I thought it was kind of cool. Like it had the magic that I felt the Harry Potter movies did have. It's got charm to it. I think it'll be fun. Like I'm not expecting anything amazing out of it, but I think it'll be a nice, fun time. Feels like it's a little bit more adult oriented than the Harry Potter series. Maybe.
I guess I didn't feel like it was more adult oriented.
Okay.
I think it's got a similar feel. I really like the movies. I'm reading sort of the first book right now. I never really read the books, but I really like the stories. I just like the excitement and the adventure. I mean, that's the Harry Potter movies were the definition of adventure movies. And I think
praise.
they're gonna do the same thing with this. There's not gonna be, there'll be stakes, but they won't be overly high stakes. I'm not sure what they do if they're planning on. I would assume they're planning on making more of these. They're probably going to see how this does. I assume that it does quite well. It's not going to do Harry Potter well, but I think it will do quite well.
Well, and
So-
I think J.K. Rowling is actually writing a Harry Potter sequel. That's like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see if more Harry Potter
Do they
movies
bring
come out.
them all back? Do you
Well,
think?
I think that one
do you
actually had
think-
Harry Potter in it. When
No,
he was
I'm
in
just saying.
horror.
Do you think if they make a movie about it, do you think Emma Watson is interested in revisiting that character?
I don't know if Emma Watson would be.
Exactly.
but
I don't know if Daniel would be either.
Radcliffe would be on the border. I think Rupert Grint would definitely be.
Yes, he would.
I actually read an article. I read an article
'cause he's
recently about
done
Emma
nothing.
Watson not liking that whole time of her life just because of how
Well,
it was
she's a
just continuous.
fantastic
So,
actress,
yeah.
and what she's done since, like with human rights and all these other things, she's a very accomplished, very capable woman.
Yeah.
Who is probably going to go on to have way bigger accomplishments in her life than just starring in movies. So,
Yeah.
hats off to her. Hope she keeps doing amazing things.
Is the chocolate toad going to come back?
Yes,
Cool.
ribbit.
The chocolate toad is never really here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was a frog. Whatever.
All right,
Details.
next one. Doctor Strange. Now this is the
Doctor
first.
Strange and Where to Find Him. New York.
Yeah. In the Sanctum Sanctorum. So, Doctor Strange, this is the first real look we've seen from Doctor Strange. We got Mads Mikkelsen. We got Chiwetel Ejiofor. We got, what's her name?
I never even attempt his name. Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton as the ancient one, right?
Sure.
Now, I am not a big Doctor Strange person. This looked... I would say I'm not super excited about it based off of this look, but it looked kind of trippy. Like, I was hoping it would look cooler, like with more action magic scenes. And I'm sure we're going to get plenty more of that when the actual movie drops, but it just looked more trippy, more horror-based than anything. So I'm not really excited about this one, even though I have a certain level of excitement for all Marvel movies at this point. So,
although it was almost 2 minutes long,
yeah,
it was a teaser trailer.
Yeah, it really
was very much quick cut.
Yep.
Lots of things together.
Yep.
You know, you didn't really get to focus on one thing too much. They didn't show off Stephen Strange's power at all, actually.
It's true, yeah.
You just kind of
He never
see
really did
him-
anything. Yeah.
You just see, like, the different dimensions in New York doing weird stuff at that one point in time, which was cool.
Yep.
But he never really showed off his power.
Yep.
So, yeah, in my opinion, I'm taking this with a very small grain of salt because it was so we're going to show you a lot of little things really quickly just to kind of get you an idea of what this is going to be.
Yeah. Well, and it's really interesting because it looks like Baron Mordo, I think, is his name. Whoever Chiwetel
I've never
Ejiofor's
met a
character
Baron,
is.
but the MCU is full of them.
It
Tomorrow
looked
I
like
watched a movie by Baron von Richthofen. Wait,
bless
never
you.
mind.
It looked like he was Doctor Strange's friend at this point, so maybe they're training together, or he's kind of apprenticing him, or something like that.
Judge me.
But
Benedict,
it looked
though.
like Mads Mikkelsen's character was the bad guy. I didn't really recognize who he was from the Marvel universe. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with the story.
Ooh,
Elijah.
That's how they cross over Star Wars and Marvel.
Shut up.
I see
Okay.
how that's working.
No, what's his name? Already outlined this in Parks and Rec, how they're going to actually do it. So just
With the Infinity Gauntlet
yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So Elijah, not knowing really much about Doctor Strange or anything
Seems like I don't
that,
know anything on what we're talking about today.
What did you think of the initial trailer? Were you blown away? Were you like, nah, I'm not going to really watch that?
It was intriguing, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this movie to come out.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm in the same camp, yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, it seems interesting, like kind of like if I got nothing to do on a Saturday afternoon. But,
you probably really won't. You'll find
Yeah.
a Saturday afternoon where
Thursday
that's the case.
evening or
a
something
Thursday
like
evening,
that.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
But that's usually
Fair
when
enough.
bonus Thursdays.
All right, real quick. Let's see here. Suicide Squad got a new trailer. It added some new things. Are you more excited or less excited now that you saw the Blitzkrieg trailer?
More excited. I thought the second trailer was nearly as good as the first trailer.
Yeah.
They have been, and that's
They're killing
the thing
it with
that
the
makes me scared
marketing.
is trailers you can edit the crap out of trailers and make them look spectacular. That doesn't mean anything about the movie, but I'm more excited. I think Margot Robbie is going to make a
She's going to steal the show, yeah.
I think Will Smith will be secondary.
Hopefully.
Jay Courtney, I think, will be a good.
Courtney,
Cool, Captain Boomerang, and I don't know the guy who plays Pyro, but he seems like he's gonna actually have a bigger role now.
Yeah, what's his name?
Where it looks like we're gonna see Batman more than we thought.
Yeah.
And
Joker as well.
I'm super excited to see Jared Leto's Joker. So
that laugh at the beginning was just fantastic. He went up instead of down, and I was just blown away by that little bit. It's those little things.
it's the
Adds
little
character.
things.
Cool. Okay, bigger news. Star Wars, the Rogue One trailer came out. We all saw this.
Wait, there's a new Star Wars?
Oh my
Never
god.
mind.
Are you serious?
Just kidding.
Thoughts on this?
Another Death Star, Mike? Oh my gosh.
Okay, I wanna just say my thoughts first on this one.
I knew that would get him going.
No. I'm not mad about that at all. So
Not better at all.
I'm really excited about this movie because, I mean, this is
He got really serious.
surprise. I'm excited about a Star Wars movie.
Did you
but
get sweaty?
a little bit. I watched it like 3 times. You know I watched it right away when I. Never mind. So this is the first step out of like the Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, get away from those stairs.
This is the first standalone movie.
They keep screwing
and
the
this
universe.
This is allegedly the first movie without any Jedi. It'll probably have Sith with Darth Vader in it, but this is the first movie where a lot of those things that are, characteristically Star Wars are out of the picture. And I was really nervous about what the flavor would be and how it would feel and if it would feel like a Star Wars movie or not. And it totally does.
You
and
get
that
those
scene
AT-ATs involved?
Yeah, the scene with the
gonna
walkers and the Death Star, just like the super laser dish just coming into place. Yeah. Like that, those scenes were amazing.
You know how you make up for not having Jedi? Putting Donnie Yen in the movie.
Jedi? Yeah, exactly. Is he a Jedi? He looked like a Jedi. Donnie Yen's awesome either way. So yeah, and Forrest Whitaker, they have this thing.
The cast.
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen is also in it.
This cast is loaded. I love this. Ben Mendelsohn, everybody.
A lot of actors that are probably not household names, but I think are very underrated actors.
I think they will be. Yeah.
I'm hoping they do some kind of Easter egg in the Death Star where they're like, "What's this animal? Hey, throw it down the trash compactor right here."
Well, I hope it's not that obvious. Easter eggs aren't supposed to literally be thrown at your face.
I know, but it would be funny.
Captain Phasma. Oh, when she was a child, and here's Boba Fett when he was a child. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So,
what are these short Wookiees doing?
This did the exact same thing that I think Force Awakens did, like with the flavor. Like they had a young Mon Mothma and a couple different things. Like the Death Star's there, the walkers were there.
She really looked like Mon Mothma.
Oh, she was great. But it's got enough flavor where it's like you recognize these things. You recognize the universe. And the stormtroopers, they had some like sand troopers that looked a little bit differently, but the stormtroopers looked the same. Yeah, it was totally Star Wars.
They had like a silver or chrome one, didn't they? Like one that was a different color. Not chrome,
It was more like blackish grayish. Yeah, I think
yeah.
those were stand troopers. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
We have found. Not gonna.
Yeah. Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
That was good. You find anything yet?
Nope.
So Elijah, thoughts on this trailer?
I was actually super excited when I saw the movie.
Yes.
Correct answer. When I saw the trailer, just because it was awesome.
Yep.
And then actually I felt kind of annoyed, but I was listening to it with headphones on my computer at work. So
As you should.
At the very end, like I was talking about earlier, where they have the Darth Vader breathing. I'm really hoping that we can see like a Darth Vader actually doing some hardcore like lightsaber killing.
I've heard people are expecting that, so
I'm super expecting it.
Well,
I'm expecting it as hardcore as I expected Yoda.
Yep.
And we all know how that turned out. So
Vader
I'm hoping
doing some more.
Yeah. Well, and let's remember, like these are the people who stole the original Death Star plans. Like when we saw Episode 4, A New Hope, Leia had the plans with Captain Antilles, no relation to Wedge Antilles, and they were the ones with the plans. All these characters could die in this movie. Like this could be a dark war film. We have no idea. Wow. And I would kind of love it if that was the case. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, final trailer spot, Lego Batman movie. Thoughts?
Oh yeah.
First try.
I'm Batman.
I think they brought back everything I loved about the initial Lego
Doesn't
movie
that become
in
a problem though? Is when you focus?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because
Not when Will and
recall Ben Menane's shots versus the Minions movie. You can't just
That's fair.
do something everybody loved and make it solely about that.
Yeah, but you
have to expand on Lego Batman.
Yeah, but this is taking the Lego concept with all the movements and everything that makes it funny, like him kicking Alfred into the piano and all these different things. Like it's funny just seeing Batman do random crap. Like this is not only a furthering of the Lego Batman story, but this is a furthering of a Batman parody story, while they're also having a separate super serious DC Batman series. Like, I think this is brilliant. I think this will work. Now, future movies, I don't know, but I think a Lego Batman movie will be perfect. It'll be amazing. So that's my thoughts. Elijah?
I think the next movie will be Batman versus Superman Legos.
Oh my gosh.
But
okay, that's where they would take it too far.
Oh my god. Yeah, but do you remember who was Superman? It was Channing Tatum.
That's right.
And Green Lantern was Jonah Hill. Oh my gosh, those two. No, they should do a Superman Green Lantern movie.
See, this is why a Lego Batman movie is a great idea. You're welcome.
Yes. And Green Lantern's just following around. You're the greatest, man. Get away from me.
That'd be amazing.
So
You're right. See, they can do whatever the heck they want. They can make fun of crap, or they can move the story forward with the same tone.
And I almost don't think you can compare it to the Minions because the Minions really don't have any type of backstory or extra stuff you can grab from.
They also don't speak English.
Yes, that's true.
I'm sorry.
English?
They look like Twinkies, and they probably taste as delicious as Twinkies.
You whistled a little
wow,
bit
that was
there.
weird.
I know. It's because we're talking about Will Arnett, so like the whole Arrested
I don't
Development.
see a reason why you would
horrible
whistle.
Arrested Development crack, which only I would get. So.
Anyways, that's it with the news.
Well,
no news.
We're
You're welcome.
45
Lots of news.
minutes in, so few decisions we can make. I don't think we have enough time
Let's
to
do
actually
the game. Let's do the game.
to actually go through
do it.
everything.
Let's do it.
So I'll give it to you guys. We can do the game and wrap up, or we can split this into a couple different segments.
I say let's skip the what we're watching thing and just go with
Let's
main
do the game
topic
because
and the game.
what we're watching
okay,
is
so
That's what I say.
we'll skip the
Our kind of end cap.
yeah, we'll also skip. Do you want to skip the Batman versus Superman stuff and do that for another time?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay,
Might as well.
We'll
I mean,
leave that
could
for
even
another
just-
time.
We could just do like a review show on Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we do that.
Let's do it right after this.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. I'm actually really proud of myself
better
for
win this
coming
one.
up of things. So I'm hoping that this is fun. And
I can see the answers.
anybody listening, there aren't answers.
How dare you?
I can't even bring
That's
up
not
the
even a thing,
questions.
Elijah.
So the game's gonna be called 10 words or less.
Okay.
And I spelled words with a T, so that's fun. That
And words
wasn't
or less?
Where's the T?
where the R is supposed to be. So essentially, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Is
ask
it
Mike
too
and
silent?
Elijah an open-ended question, and they can take it however they take it. You know, your interpretations, whatever. It doesn't matter. You just need to give me your
Define
answer
a
in
grove.
like one word. A few words, and then you're gonna defend your answer in 10 words or less. So it's gonna take a little thinking, but I want you to try and get it as quickly as you can.
Okay.
I shall do mine as a haiku.
So Elijah, I'm actually
That's too many words.
Two-line haiku.
Wait. No, a haiku only has to be so many syllables. You just would have to have longer words.
That's really long words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that either way.
So
Scratch that.
You gotta,
I'm
I gotta
gonna-
write that down.
I'm gonna give something to Elijah here, cause call out to him. So you're starting on this one, and then we'll go to
Okay.
Mike.
Good.
Favorite Futurama character.
Oh my gosh.
So give me the name, and then defend it in 10 words or less.
Oh man, there's so many good ones. That one's hard to choose.
Why are you going
Okay.
first? You have more
Okay.
love for Futurama than
So
I do.
I think what we should choose then is I like Fry.
You've got 10 of them.
He is from the past.
got
Longest time frame for funny.
Longest
Yes.
time frame for funny.
Yes.
Wow.
That was 10 words exactly.
You don't have to use all 10 of them.
Yes. Well, I couldn't figure out how to shorten that sentence or make
Okay.
it literate.
Mike.
So,
Okay.
don't even say it. I will hurt.
probably no. I'm not. Just out of respect for Elijah, I'm not gonna say Dr. Zoidberg.
Worst character ever.
I'm gonna say the professor.
Ooh.
Make sure to take their courage, their rich, tasty courage.
If you don't know that, that's actually a quote from him when the professor tells tells
I didn't
Fry
get the first part right.
tells Fry to eat
Rich,
someone's heart in war. If I was gonna say it, it's Zap Brannigan.
I couldn't think
How
of
did
a
I
good
forget
Zap
about
quote
Zap?
though. I thought about doing that.
I didn't even think about Zap, and he's like,
She handles like a.
he blows Fry out of the water.
Because
I couldn't think of a Zap.
Zap
I have that disease. What is it, Kif? Sexlexia.
Sexlexia.
I can almost do Zap.
Because Zap's
It's very sensual.
on-screen time is the funniest.
It's true.
That's fair.
So his overall, I'm cheating here a little bit, but his overall time on screen, his percentage of funny to not funny on screen just kills.
Yeah, he's funny whenever he's on screen. I wanted to see an episode with him and Captain Kirk, just because.
Well, I read
Zach, I think you won that one.
the guy who did Troy McClure on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
You might remember me. from
Matt
such
Groening
films.
actually created Zap for him, but then he was killed by his wife. I can't remember his name.
Wow.
Troy McClure was killed?
Yeah. His he
the
was an
actual
old
actor?
Yeah, the actual
voice
actor.
actor?
He was an old SNL character.
Wow.
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
it was Phil Hartman.
That was Phil Hartman?
Yeah. So actually,
know that.
Matt Groening based the character Fry off of Phil Hartman a little bit then, but Phil was initially going to be the character of Zap Brannigan because Phil was in The Simpsons a lot as Troy McClure in The Attorney. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Jeez, I kind of suck at this game, but whatever. But just a fun little tidbit for you there. Okay, I opened up a
I'm
different
mad.
window.
wins that first
I'm
round.
mad at myself. I should have remembered Zap
I,
Brannigan.
I totally beat
And
you,
I thought
though.
you were going to make the suppository
Champagne?
joke from when they were underwater.
See, I couldn't think of a lot
like,
of quotes.
it's a
I
suppository.
knew I needed to get a quote to get the most bang for my
Mike,
buck.
we're going to you.
All right.
Best Star Wars movie.
Empire Strikes Back.
False. But please,
Yeah,
defend yourself.
You can defend yourself later.
I'm gonna make you
Luke,
both
I
mad.
am your father.
Oh, crap, yes. I agree with that, actually. I got Jedi and Empire confused there for a second.
How... Is there a way I can forfeit because I agree with him?
No, you can agree with
Because
him.
I'm not going to say Revenge of the Sith. like,
Why not? Force Awakens, maybe?
Force Awakens is
Force
pretty high up.
Awakens
It's
is probably
pretty
my
high. It's
second
pretty high up
favorite.
there. Yeah,
It probably is.
it definitely is. I'm actually a really big fan of. Well, if I can't
because
choose
of
Empire,
immediacy.
I'll say like I actually do like Return of the Jedi.
Me
but
too.
No, Empire. I think Empire is my favorite as well. And for that, Hoth, Cloud
Yeah.
City, Boba
the
Fett.
Emperor
I don't really
loses
like
his
Cloud
power,
City.
falls down the pit.
I would say, yeah. Luke, I am your father.
No,
Snowspeeder
I am
battle.
your father.
Yeah.
Jedi training.
Meh, meh.
Yeah. So I just
Yeah.
won that round, right?
Yeah,
You
you
all
totally
agree
won
with
that
me?
round.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree
that's
with
yours.
you.
I mean, Return of the Jedi is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
The second Death
It
Star
is.
battle
Yeah.
is so long and so awesome. Like, it's being fought on 3 different fronts. That's
Yeah.
an awesome battle. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I feel like we give too much credit to Force Awakens. It's just immediacy.
It's just that it's
been the
immediacy
one
and-
that's the most recent for us. It's
And
it's
everyone's
pretty
been
cool.
waiting for 30
And
years
it's
for
good.
it.
It's a solid movie.
Like 30 years because the first 3.
I think it'll go
Well,
down to like
episodes 1
number
through
3
3
all
don't count.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You're welcome. I just won.
should I keep going back and forth, or should I just throw it up?
No, that's
funny,
fine.
a funny
No, give it
story.
to Legend.
The original Anakin Skywalker, the one who played the little boy in episode 1, has schizophrenia now, and he's actually in.
Oh, yeah, he's messed
mental
up.
hospital.
in mental
yeah.
hospital.
Yeah, Jake Lloyd's.
I feel
had
bad.
some,
Poor guy.
Yeah, story
he-
past.
He was... How old was he when they filmed Mike?
8
gosh.
or 9.
Well, his character was supposed to be 9. I think he was 10 or 11 at that point.
So
maybe 12.
he was trashed for years
Yeah.
at 10 and 11 years old.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
that being said, that a big part of that is George Lucas's fault.
Yes.
For casting him and just the writing in general, but still, that's not cool.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. This isn't the first time we've seen a young Hollywood star crash and burn for a while, or go on drugs, or do whatever
Well,
it is. I mean, Drew Barrymore and a couple other people. You
yeah,
know,
but most of them do it because they're so overwhelmed with the
Right.
superstardom of it all.
Right.
Like this was,
he got
he
trashed.
bashed
he
Like, yeah.
literally got destroyed as a
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
basically.
Him and the guy who played Jar Jar, but the guy who played Jar Jar was like 40, so he's
No,
like a little bit
Ahmed
more like.
Best is fine.
Which
yeah.
honestly, like you can.
He's
make
gone
fun
on
of
to
Jar
do
Jar.
other stuff.
I'm
Honestly,
depre-
we should have made fun
I'm
of Jar Jar
depressed
more.
again. You guys are
That's
depressing.
depressing. Why would you bring that
Why'd
up?
you bring that up? 30 Rock's solid.
It is amazing.
All right.
Yeah, Elijah can take this next one. It's fine.
Favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
Whoa, dang it.
So
This
that's
is wide open. That's fine. with
the
me.
Batman's, Inception,
Hey,
Memento.
don't give him options.
Sorry,
it's like
bro.
saying, hey, Zap Brannigan, the professor,
Dude.
Dr. Zoidberg.
No, you're saying movie, so
If
not
you don't
counting
take
trilogies.
Dark Knight, I'm gonna take Dark Knight. So
All of them are good though. That's the problem.
Well,
For different
yeah.
reasons. That's the.
I'll take. I guarantee
take
I'll
Dark
take
Knight.
one that you guys can take one, and I'll
there's
pick
plenty
another
of
Okay.
one.
options. Yeah.
I will basically do this. I will say I'm taking Dark Knight,
Okay.
and because I'm Batman.
That's not why I would defend it, but
That's
that's
what
fine.
I'm saying.
Man,
Hit me is how I would have defended
I'm
it.
in between a couple.
You don't see a magic.
I
Gosh,
thought Memento was good too, though. But that was like a long time ago.
I'm gonna say Inception.
I just watched Inception again the other day. Oh my gosh,
So good.
It's so good.
Okay. My defense is mind-bending plot concept, amazing graphics, solid acting, awesome.
You just stop. Awesome. At
No, just take out awesome. The top.
the top.
The top.
The top. I'm having a really hard time.
Still spinning.
See, I'll see. I can still pick because
I
There's-
suck at this
there's a
game.
the
couple good ones, yeah.
Memento and
Yeah.
the Prestige.
Yes.
I would even put
Oh
Interstellar
my
up there as well.
gosh.
Like that's not bad.
I've heard really good things about Interstellar, but
You've
I
never
still
Interstellar's
seen
solid,
Interstellar?
No.
but it's
Come
not.
on, man.
It's not as good as Memento or
No,
the
no, no,
Prestige.
no. Yeah, but still solid entries. You do like the Prestige, that's right.
Yeah.
That was okay.
I like the Memento.
The problem
a
was The
lot.
Illusionist came out around the same
Mo-
time.
Memento. The movie ran backwards.
It was like a
That's-
It was like a record.
spoilers.
It was like a record skipping. Like
That's
That
not a
was-
spoiler though, because you realize
That was really
that's-
cool. That was like Kaiser Soze level mind bending. Like that was really
The
cool.
Usual Suspects. I just read something else about Usual Suspects. Apparently, Benicio del Toro, since he knew he was gonna die.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Sorry. Early in that movie,
Have you seen it?
he was
Usual Suspects?
Oh wait, no, I have seen that. Sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't
All
paying
right.
attention.
Good.
he did that like mushmouth voice because he wanted his character to be memorable and not just some guy that dies early on.
Interesting.
So,
Huh.
interesting. Yes.
I don't know who won that one because we all have really good
Yeah.
options.
Eh.
I'd say
Um,
that's a tie right there.
Yeah.
Because those are all really solid movies.
They are.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Best Disney Pixar movie.
Who's going first here?
well, technically,
It's yours, Mike.
Best Disney Pixar.
I'm trying to keep all my Disney movies separate and then try to make some
Incredibles.
Like, such an awesome movie.
Family of superheroes dealing with real life. Great plot.
You don't have to use all
Action.
10.
I did just use all 10. You're welcome.
Great plot.
Great plot. Action.
If there's long pauses in here, I'm keeping them in because it just makes it better. Actually,
I think that was a solid defense.
Does Toy Story count as a Disney Pixar?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
Okay,
first
totally.
Disney Pixar.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking it was
Seriously,
just
Elijah.
I was thinking it was just Pixar, not Disney
No.
Pixar. Okay, well then I'm going to say
Which
Toy
one?
Story.
Which one?
Toy Story 1.
Oh, okay.
Just Toy Story, man.
Wow.
Toy Story.
Just
Not
Toy
called
Story.
Toy Story 1. It's called Toy
Interesting.
Story.
Not Toy Story 3, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So I wept.
I'm just
not a
messing
big
with
deal.
you.
I'm a grown man.
Yes. Well, they're coming out with Toy Story 4. It's supposed to be a love story
Yeah.
between Woody and
care.
one of his,
I think that's
Chicks.
a step too far.
or whatever.
There's a snake in my boots.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
So, my 10 words. Buzz is awesome. Reminds me of Zap Brannigan.
That was before Zach Brannigan, though. Your argument is invalid. Zach, your turn.
Finding Nemo.
Ooh.
Ooh. I've only watched it in French.
For the longest time, I'd only seen Harry Potter in Spanish. It was like, how could it?
He touched the butt. He touched the butt.
Yes, he did.
And Ellen DeGeneres' Dory. I guess that's the best I got.
Terrible defense. that was good. Find Nemo is a solid movie.
I love
That's
that
good.
movie.
It really is. Someday I plan on
Grab
learning
shell,
French.
dude.
Like,
All right, we'll do a couple more, even though I got a pretty good list here.
I still think Incredibles is the best.
Favorite DiCaprio movie?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
Come on.
it's Titanic.
You
hands
picked
down.
Inception
Just kidding.
already.
Is it my turn first now?
Wait, no, it's Elijah's.
Yes. And don't worry, I'm not going to say Titanic.
Good.
So
because old DiCaprio.
I've actually never seen Titanic.
Oh, you're lucky. Except for the last 30 minutes.
I know which one I'll pick, but
Why would you go to a movie when you know the ship is going to sink? Although watching the people die was kind of cool. I'm morbid.
Wow.
And the guy falls off the back and hits his head on the propeller. Spoiler alert.
I hope you didn't go watch the World Trade Center movies.
Oh, rough. Too soon.
He just said that about the Titanic. How is people dying any different than people dying? I'm sorry. Immediacy. Go.
I remember.
Sorry. Go.
9/11.
Okay, so I'm going to have to go with, because I like The Departed a lot. But I'm going to have to go with The Revenant, his newest one.
It was good.
I thought it was awesome.
I don't think it's even close to his back to acting. I think it was a poor year acting
it was
wise,
awesome.
but it was good.
I think because he didn't even do a lot of speaking in the entire movie.
I think Tom Hardy actually was better, but that's my opinion.
Actually, no, you might be. I mean, he did a really good job too. It was cold and lots of bears in the woods.
Wasn't there only one bear?
Yes,
She had babies.
there was.
Were they there in the movie?
Yeah,
They were
there.
Okay.
That's actually probably how it happened. Actually,
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna go Shutter Island.
Oh, good,
Ooh.
nice.
Leo sold the movie. Trying to be careful with my words.
Where are you going?
Leo sold the movie. Can't tell if he was crazy or not. I went over 10. I don't know. It was an amazing movie.
Yeah, that was 11. Can't tell if he's crazy.
Yeah,
or not.
I went over. I lose that one.
Yeah,
Zach, your turn.
The Departed.
That's fair.
that, which is my close second.
Such a good
Great
movie.
cast.
Yep. Oh yes.
Better acting.
Amen. Just say Marky Mark.
Yes.
Ending was ridiculous.
Mark shot first.
So yeah.
And oh my gosh, the last like 20 minutes
Like-
of that movie were amazing.
Okay, if
Are
you
a
haven't-
cop,
If you haven't seen The Departed, like
we're
it
not
is
gonna say anything.
literally
Fast
it is
forward.
literally top 3 for
go
me.
see The Departed.
A top 3
I
movie.
need to
got
watch
lots
that
of
again. It's been a
language.
little while.
It's got lots of language, lots of violence. Such an incredible
Oh my
story.
gosh.
The language and violence make the movie.
And seriously,
I'm just kidding.
Some of the best casts. I mean, Mark Wahlberg, Leo, and Matt Damon, and that's just. There's more guys to it too.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson's
Jack-
in there.
Oh yeah, there's so many
And
others. Yeah.
Martin Sheen and the guy from 30 Rock. And everybody's got Boston accents, and it's amazing. And there's blood, and if you haven't seen it, just
go see it. Go see
The
it.
big. Well, there's a couple big reveals at the end, but the elevator scene made me stand up. Like, first time I saw it, I literally stood out of my seat.
I remember I was watching that in college at like it ended at like 2 a.m. Everybody else was asleep besides me, and they'd already seen it. And I was just sitting there like white knuckling
Just-
my pillow, just like,
yeah, seriously.
what is going on?
Like-
Nobody else is awake. I didn't realize until the end of the movie that nobody else was awake because I was so focused on the movie. Oh man, that was an
so
incredible
intense.
ride.
Yeah.
Incredible
That being
ride.
said, I will say another
Shutter Island is great though.
Shutter Island
Yeah.
is great. Inception is great. The
Yep.
Revenant is great.
And I still haven't seen the Revenant.
I do very much like Gangs of New York as well, but
See, I've never
that's
seen that either.
that's more because of
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Leo's a big part of the movie, and he's good, but Daniel Day-Lewis is maybe the best actor of all time. So
Have you guys ever seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
I haven't.
He did an amazing job as a kid acting in that movie. You guys should at least give it a look. It's incredible.
All right, we'll wrap up with one final one.
Okay.
Crap, I know Mike's answer off the top of this one, anyways. So
Well,
I'm
then
gonna
have me go
switch
second. Have me go
I'm
second.
gonna switch it actually.
Okay. All right.
Least favorite superhero in the movie universes. So not just comic books wide. What we have seen in a movie previously. Least favorite superhero.
Main character.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. And does it have to be like within the current continuity or just like in general?
Yeah, I
ever?
would say since
like
the
past,
original,
like 2000, like say
since
Spider-Man
like the
era.
original era of Spider-Man
Yeah, okay.
and X-Men came out.
Least
so
favorite
early
superhero.
2000s.
Okay, sounds good. Is this like the character in general, or like a portrayal in a specific movie?
Your
Okay,
thoughts?
sounds good. Elijah, you can go first.
I know my answer actually.
I know
after
my
said
answer.
I shouldn't. I have a couple.
You and me might have the same answer. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
This might be a second.
Same thing that happens to everyone else.
What?
Yep, that's my answer right there.
Everyone just stares.
You
at
can
me.
take that, Zach. You can take that. You need to use the quotes as your.
I'll do a pass first while I think.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so mine.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. It's Storm
Oh my
from the
gosh.
original X-Men, and it's not even close.
Bad.
I don't think
Was
I
that
can do the
99?
whole quote in 10 words.
Your rules, not ours.
But it was there's the quote, striking Toad with lightning
Yep.
was the worst.
What happens to toads that get hit by lightning? Same thing that happened to everybody else.
And you go,
Oh my
They
god.
die.
well, it's like, she's not wrong.
Gosh.
It's the least BA thing to ever say to anyone before.
Just awful.
Terrible. Mike,
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. That was gonna be my answer. So now I gotta think for a second. Least favorite hero.
we're still here.
I'm gonna have to go with Batgirl from Batman and Robin. Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah. Or you could go with villain. Either or.
I mean,
There was a crappy villain.
well, yeah, there were so many crappy villains in there, but
There's a lot of crap in that movie.
Steele's motorbike.
It's stupid.
Things she says don't make sense. Dumb decisions. She was
Yeah.
so dumb. Like her character didn't even make any sense in the movie. I remember both her and Robin were just the stupidest cardboard characters I'd seen. And we did the review on that movie, and it was just
That
like,
never made it onto the internet.
she was so petulant and just whiny.
Ooh, petulant.
And it was just she showed up like halfway through the movie and then did absolutely nothing to further the plot along. It was an awful cast.
And somehow Alfred was able to tailor a Batgirl suit for her the night that she's
Just
supposed to
the
go
worst.
save them.
And
just
wasn't
the
he
worst.
dying, by the way?
I think
Oh,
that
yeah, he
was
was
the movie
dying.
he was
Oh,
dying. Yeah.
oh yeah, he was dead.
He was
Yeah.
dying. He was
So
dying.
she was pretty bad.
No, it was. I'm blaming Joel Schumacher and whoever wrote
Oh,
that
yeah, for sure.
horribleness. I mean, and gave George Clooney bat nipples.
Seriously.
All right, Elijah, you're up.
Hellboy.
Oh,
Really? Okay. Give us the 10 words.
I thought the movie sucked.
I like that movie.
I didn't love it, but I thought it was okay.
I thought
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
I
was
think.
just
I
like,
mean,
original,
that's
right?
Yeah.
that's Premier Del Toro, though. I mean, that's just his style. It's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
a little weird.
I like other Del Toro
it's-
things, but
it's a guilty
I like
pleasure of
Pan's
mine.
Labyrinth better than I like Hellboy.
yeah.
the eye
The Hands
Goblin.
Fries guy.
Yeah, the eye
What is this?
goblin.
Hands Fries guy. Mr. Hands. He's got eyes for hands.
Yeah, like nobody's gonna get that reference, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think some people.
Are we gonna do our main topic? Because we're like an hour into
Yeah,
this
let's do
beast.
it. Let's do it. Why not? I don't see why we can't. Let's just keep
I
going.
don't even know what to talk about anymore.
No, let's just
We-
keep going. It's fine. Just
We
go.
might split this up. I don't
2
even know.
hours later.
The main topic for today, very essentially,
Okay, Zap.
my velour
Let me get more champagne.
champagne. So actually, we are going to talk about television. We are in what I consider the golden age of television. Depending on who you ask, it might be the
Killing the
second.
children, I tell you.
It might be the second golden age, because some people say back in like the 60s, like 50s into 60s, when television was like first becoming a big median. That's when like it hit, like during Twilight Zone. But it's just like, yeah, that's no. Literally, they had nothing else going on back then other than work. So
And the Cold War.
yeah, in Russia and fearing about nukes and stuff. I don't-
Television
Yeah.
watch you.
yeah. Anyways, so what I wanted to talk about is because we've talked so deeply of why doesn't anyone have new ideas for movies? And I think their television is getting all the good ones because you can take a broad idea and lengthen it out, where a movie is an hour and a half to 2.5 hours typically of start, middle, end. And you have to wrap it up nicely in that time. But what we're seeing more now is because nobody's got any good ideas anymore, they do a start, middle, end, and then they go, okay, that was pretty cool. Let's do another one of those, start, middle, end.
Yeah.
And we keep seeing those reboots. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Why do you think television has become almost the preferred medium?
I will totally go first on this one. I'm gonna take the argument that we've used before about Marvel and kind of flesh it out from here. So my one of my biggest gripes, and a lot of people's biggest gripes with Marvel movies, is that they have villains that aren't very good. Like either they're not very scary or they're not very interesting, or they're just terrible villains to a certain extent. And then you come out with something like Jessica Jones, and you have the Purple Man was widely praised by everyone because of the depth of the character. And that's the problem.
Not intimidating on a physical level.
Right.
Be more
mentally intimidating. Yeah.
Be more, be smarter with your characters.
Yeah.
He was so intimidating because of what he did.
Yep.
In the mental control, like actual physical mental control.
Yep.
But
exactly. And so I didn't actually watch all of Jessica Jones, but from what I've heard, that he was amazing. I saw a couple episodes. So basically what my argument is that not only do you not have the big flashbang Michael Bay effects to hide behind, you don't have any of that stuff. It's kind of like a Deadpool argument as well. Like they didn't have a lot of those budget effects to lean on, so they had to develop the characters correctly. They had to rely on our connection between the characters and make jokes or tell stories regarding like let's say the bag of guns in the taxi that he left. They left it in the taxi because they didn't have the budget to do more gun effects. So that was hilarious because they just didn't have the budget. When I learned that, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Yeah. But they found a creative way around it. And that's the thing, is that with a TV budget, you don't have these big, huge inflated budgets for effects or exactly, or anything like that. You have to focus on the development of the characters, and you also have to focus on the dialogue in the script. Like, those things are the bread and butter of why we love movies like TV shows like Better Call Saul, or like Walking Dead. Walking Dead isn't special effects heavy. It's about following the group of survivors and trying to figure out who they are. I love the movie, I keep on saying movie. I love the TV show Lost because it had 6 whole seasons to delve into why these characters were on this island and who these characters were and all these different intertwining storylines from their past that made them who they are. That was the intriguing part. And they were able to weave in all these questions, these mysteries into the plot. You don't have that with like I love like Marvel movies, but you don't have that with an Avengers movie. Like you barely have enough time to get 6 characters in together, and save the world in 2.5 hours. And nothing against, like, some movies do that perfectly, like Captain America Winter Soldier. My goodness. Or even like an Inception or something like that. They do 1 or 2 things really well. Mm-hmm. Like usually movies are really effects heavy, like a Transformers, or they have an amazing plot like we just talked about the Christopher Nolan movies. They can do a couple things really well, but if you have an entire season or 5 to go about developing a storyline, you don't have to rush through all these things or put in explosions to catch the eye of the audience. You have to slowly develop the story and present your case over a series or a season to an audience. And I think that there's a lot more talent that has to go into making that possible, but I think that the result is way better. Yeah. So that's why I think that, the golden age of TV is here, because they do have bigger budgets than before, and they're able to do a heck of a lot more with the time
but
that they have.
It's still focused on characters.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think, Elijah?
I'll definitely agree with everything Mike said.
You're welcome.
And then to go off on a different kind of parallel tangent actually. If you actually look at like the last 10 to 20 years, just look at TV sets. Kind of a weird way to go about it, but TV sets have actually gotten a lot bigger and a lot more picturesque.
Obviously.
Nice pun, right? But I mean, like 15 years ago, like I don't know the average
Everybody,
TV size, but it was probably like 25 inches.
You're sitting around 30 inches in
and
tube
now
TVs.
you got like a 50 plus inch TV, 65.
I'm rocking a 49 inch.
And you can actually just watch a TV show in your house on Netflix or a movie that came out a month before in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to worry about going into the movie theater. I think that has a lot to play of it too, of how everything's kind of evolved into that, where people a lot of times are. I mean, they like if you look at like 2015, the major blockbusters. Most of the major blockbusters were Disney movies. I think The Force Awakens. Well, Deadpool was this year, so that's not in the list. But The Force Awakens was probably the biggest one. No, Force Awakens was this year too. But Disney movies were really the only ones.
Force Awakens came out at the end of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most of the movies that actually like exceeded expectations were like Disney movies.
It was
then
Disney,
the other movies. It really didn't make a ton of money, if anything. Like Disney movies were really the ones that hit.
Even the better movies like Mad Max really didn't do great.
Which is crazy because Mad Max was awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there wasn't a lot of character development. It literally was a movie that you can take the first 3 Mad Max movies, take this movie, stick it in between, and it's just a nice flow between the other 3.
Yeah.
So like I think a lot of times people we just generally want a story, and if you're seeing character development, generally still want a story. If you see character development and you see it and you're in the comfort of your home with a giant screen TV and you don't have to worry about the guy next to you on his cell phone or something like that, like happened last week at the movie theater. Just kidding. But I don't know. I think it's it's a comfort thing too. So
yeah. Well, I think you brought up Netflix. Netflix weighs very heavily into this because 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, we didn't have TiVo back then. So you had to decide.
Prayed for TiVo.
You had to decide what show you were going to watch. Even when I was in high school, I loved the first couple of seasons of Lost. I didn't really get into the rest of them, but that's with me with a lot of shows though. And loved the first few seasons, but my mom would literally record them on a VHS. Now this was a little this was a little behind times, but that's how
fast forward through commercials.
And then I would watch them. They were on Wednesday nights, and I'd get home and I'd watch Lost before I go to bed on Wednesday nights. But it's like you had to buy into, you had to decide which show am I going to buy into.
Your mom knew how to program a VCR?
Oh yeah.
My mom doesn't have her voicemail on her phone set up.
Yeah, I taught her. She texts now. She emojis me constantly. Wow. Stop them! I don't know what that emoji means, Mom. It's weird. But yeah, so you had to choose and buy into shows. Not like now where you have Netflix and you literally can just jump to I don't like this one. I'm gonna try this one. This one's awesome, fantastic, and so that weighs into it so much as well, of just the ability to binge. And even if you don't have Netflix, if you have TiVo, or if you have basically any dish, those all come with recording now, where you can record a ridiculous amount of hours of stuff onto that. So I mean, you can buy into several different shows. But I think I'm still trying to figure out though. Okay, so yes, we've decided with Netflix and with the budgets and stuff, you have to come up with better characters and story. But that still doesn't convince me of why has television been more creative recently than movies have. You can't do Breaking Bad in a movie. No. You can't have that character arc in 2.5 hours. It's not going to happen.
There's a lot of things.
But still, why is literally everything we see that's not made by Christopher Nolan, okay, this is a reboot or a book or a comic book or manga or whatever, manga, whatever.
Well, I mean, that's still TV shows. I mean, you look at the top shows right now. We've got Game of Thrones, which is based off a book series. You got Walking Dead, which is based off a comic book series. There's still based off a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I guess, but you do have other things. I mean, I guess all sitcoms are pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean,
although How I Met Your Mother is the best.
Definitely.
No,
regardless
New Girl's the best.
I would not go that far.
New Girl's the best. Favorite adult animated show?
Adult animated show?
Yeah.
Are we counting anime too, or
Recess? Obviously.
Recess? Totally Recess. I love that.
Geared towards adults.
Recess.
Archer. Actually, overall, it's The Simpsons. Recently, it's Archer.
Season 7.
Gosh.
I want to see season 7 so badly.
Know. I don't really watch a lot of those. That's the problem.
I also like American. See, this is.
I don't like American Dad that much.
I would probably say Futurama. That would probably be my pick.
Good news,
Simpsons
everyone.
is probably right behind it.
I'd probably be right up there with Futurama.
You need to
too.
watch more Simpsons. You don't even.
I don't know about that. I've seen like 5 or 6 seasons.
Well, after season 14, isn't the golden age of The Simpsons over or something?
Well,
like that?
according to like the huge Simpson people, like after season 9, it sucks.
That's it.
but
Season 9, episode 14.
I
or something.
completely
But the
disagree.
animation on the first couple was just terrible.
Yeah.
I think through season 13 is awesome. Season 13 is actually my second favorite season. It goes season 8 and then season 13, and then but season 14 and 15 are okay, and then it does start to trail off pretty obviously. So I don't know if you guys have opinions on like what has made television so great recently, and I think we all touched on it. It's twofold. I think it's the ability to binge on it, but I think more so it's character development and being able to hash out those characters over a long period of time. So I don't know. It's been good. I've really enjoyed it. TV's definitely been my preferred medium recently. I've gotten back into watched Inception again. I watched a couple other movies recently.
It's just such a time commitment. That's the issue.
Yeah,
sorry.
that doesn't bother me as
There's
much.
so much to consume. Yeah.
Yes.
Excited. Ooh, I might watch a couple episodes of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt when it comes out at midnight or whenever. So
I'm not staying up that late.
I've got stuff.
I don't have to work until 10 tomorrow. So,
Well, good for you.
but I don't know. We're gonna talk more, but I'm tired.
That's fair.
I'm sick of talking to you people.
But I'm so very
We
tired.
can definitely wrap it up right about now.
So, we're not going to go into anything else. I think that's going to do it for the night. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed this episode.
was
We
good.
did a lot of news, but it was kind of flowing cool.
It was
and
good news.
It was
I
fun.
can't do the professor.
Good
at all.
news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
I think you do it really well.
That's my Roberto.
I need to practice my zap. You win again, gravity. No, that's
Yeah.
more like a 1950s.
We can
guy.
shave Mike and put really thick glasses on him, and he could be the professor.
Whoa.
I can get an orange robot suit. Yeah, let's go to Comic-Con. Let's do it.
I could pull off zap.
You
I'm
could.
not
I'm
shaving
not
my-
wearing
You
his
was-
velour.
Yes, you are wearing the skirt.
I'm not shaving
it's
my head.
velour.
I'll get you a bald cap.
I'm not gonna look old and ugly. Are you kidding me?
I'll dress up like Zap as a hobo.
Oh, that's good.
Hobo Zap.
Will you be Kef?
Yeah, I guess.
We just need to find someone green.
All
I can't
right.
really even do a
We're
kick.
gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Zach.
My mic.
Oh, I'm Elijah. I think.
You guys have a good night.